John, thoughts on tonight's game? A great way to close out for the end here.
Yeah, we're pretty happy. We're hoping some other games would go our way so that we could grab a tiebreaker, but not to be.
Can you just talk a little bit about the week in general? I mean, I know it's a bit of a grind, but did you learn anything new about the team as you guys just continue to maybe feel each other out a little bit and continue to improve?
Yeah, I mean, it was great to play 7 top teams in the world and grind and just showed that. But nothing surprised me. I know the guys played tough all week and grinded it out, and that's I feel like this team's going to be that way for sure.
What's the scenario? What do you know about the playoffs?
We're in the semifinals, which is good. The 3-way tie between us and Bottcher at 4-2. We all kind of beat each other. We were 1-1, and we had the best shootout. So fortunately, we get to advance right to the semifinals, which is nice.
And who will you play?
Play the winner of Bottcher and Gushue in a tiebreaker.
Oh.
So they play tomorrow morning, and then we get the winner. So yeah, it was good. After our loss yesterday, it looked like we were going to have to fight our way through tiebreakers if today didn't go as well as it did, but it went perfect, and we got to go right to the semis, so we're pretty excited about it.
So your record, looking at this, has been win-loss, 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 win.
Win-loss, win-loss, win-win.
Win-win.
So we broke that pattern, which is good.
Yeah. Any reason for it?
You know what? This is going to sound very spoiled and a little bit odd, but we're not used to playing 2 games in a day anymore. With the slams right now, we typically get evening draws and we get 1 game a day, and then in playoffs you get 2. So we're not used to 2 games in a day, and certainly not back to back to back like it has been. So we're divas right now, and we're spoiled. I like the 1 game a days because the body doesn't handle the 2 games a day very, very good. But I honestly think that's probably the reason for it. We're not used to the 2 games, and it's probably been 5 or 6 years since we've done it, other than at the Brier World Championships.
From the ends that I saw, it looked like both teams had, for the most part, brought their A games tonight.
Yeah, there was a lot of really good shots. A couple mistakes. Obviously, I made a couple in 7, and Kevin made a mistake on his last one in 7. But there's some really nice shots, some good runbacks, and some good draws, and it was a fun game. I thought it was well played. It was just, the run back I made in 2 for 4, and then the double that Kevin missed in 7. Those were the 2 key shots.
Brad, would you say the Canada Cup is one of the more taxing events on the cooling schedule just because it's so busy in a short span of time?
Yeah, certainly. I think when you look at the Grand Slams, like I said, we usually only play 1 game a day. You might get 2 with 2. Some of the other club events that we play, you can get 2 and 3 games a day, so those can be pretty taxing. But compared to the Grand Slams, it is a little bit more rigorous because we are playing 10 ends in 2 games a day, and for 3 days in a row, and potentially 4 depending on tomorrow if you got to go through tiebreakers. So it can take its toll for sure.
So if we understand correctly, you're into the tiebreaker tomorrow with Kevin?
Correct, yeah, at 9 in the morning.
Are you looking forward to that?
Oh, for sure. We didn't play very well against them today, and that was really our only bad game of the week. So just looking forward to coming out and playing again like how we did tonight. Hopefully give them a good run in the morning.
Your last shot, tell me about it.
Yeah, it was 3/4 open, and I just had to hit it. For me, it should be a pretty makeable shot, but to get to the playoffs of the Canada Cup, there's always a little bit more on the line. So just took an extra second in the hack and just made sure I really nailed it.
So has your team progressed to the point now of playing against the Coeys and the Jacobs and Gushues? It's just, you look at them as they're just another opponent, they're no better than we are?
I think so. And the better you get and the more you play in the bigger events, you end up playing the same handful of teams over and over and over again. And I'd say we're pretty much a coin flip with any of those teams these days, so I'll definitely take that. I think that means we're one of the gang, and hopefully just come playoff time you can get a few games on a run and see how far you can go.
Congratulations. I mean, there's nothing better sometimes than making a nice pressure draw for a win, isn't that right?
I would have preferred to not even be in an extra end, but we had an unfortunate pick on my first one in the 10th end that we kind of left them with some rocks in the rings, and it was too bad. But we grinded in the extra. We didn't let it get to us, and we just made sure I had a shot.
Can you talk a little bit about what this week has been like? I know a lot of the Crows have been talking about how it's a bit of a grind right now, playing a lot of games. How has that been for your team this week?
It's a lot, like 10 ends, and we've had all of our games so far, we've had back-to-back, so we've never really had any time off in between our draws, and now we've just played back-to-back and go back on again tomorrow morning. It's 10 ends. It's a long grind, but we can't really ask for much more than to be here playing against the 7 best teams in our country on arena ice in front of great crowds. So, I mean, for us to complain about the grind, I think we probably shouldn't be complaining. We're a bit tired, but we're having fun.
Can you just talk a little bit about your team's progression throughout the season, and have you noticed anything new about the team throughout your week here, just against the competition, everything like that?
Yeah, actually, we're disappointed because we've been playing a lot better than 2 and 4 or whatever we are right now. We've had one bad end or one bad shot a game that's really killed us. Overall, we've been playing quite well. So we're a little bit frustrated with that, obviously, but how we're playing, I think we're really happy to move forward with that, and hopefully we can take that into the next Slam, Provincials, and just keep building on what we've been doing here.